Hey everyone, I'm here at BC Brewery in Hunt Valley, Maryland, and I'm interviewing Jim Wagner.
How's it going, guys?
He's the main brewer here at at the brewing company. He's been brewing how long at this point?
20 years.
20 years. How long have you been here?
A little over a year and a half.
Have you liked it?
Of course. This is amazing. We get to do a whole lot of different beers, a whole lot of different styles, get to talk to the customers. It's fantastic.
All the beers that you brew, what's your favorite style?
Depends on the time of the day, time of the year, season, but I would say if I had to pick one, it would be an IPA.
IPAs, okay. Good deal, good deal. How many times a week do you brew beer?
On an average, we brew about 3 times a week. Sometimes as little as 1, sometimes as much as 4 or 5.
Wow. That's a lot of beer brewing.
Yes.
I've walked around here. It looks like you guys have expanded quite a bit. What's new on the horizon for you guys?
New is we're expanding our kitchen, so eventually we'll have an expanded menu with a little bit more food diversity. We have plans to put in a semi-outdoor patio in the future, so
wow.
Hopefully that'll happen soon. We have ciders, and we're going to be brewing gluten-free beers. One of the first breweries in Maryland to do so, if not the first.
Well, that's interesting, since gluten's a main ingredient in wheat.
In wheat and barley.
Barley.
Yeah. So what we're going to be using are ingredients like millet and buckwheat, and we're probably not going to use any sorghum. We don't like how it works in the beers in the system, but millet is one of our main ingredients.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Do you guys? I know that you've eaten the food here. Is there anything in food-wise that you like that's like?
Oh yeah.
That's like the best.
Well, what our chef Dave does is he will actually get a full pig and cook it over 12, 14 hours. And then once that pig is done, it gets processed, and we have all sorts of tacos and pork dishes that he uses them on, loaded fries with pork. The list goes on and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm here at a brew pub, and any chance I can get more samplings?
Absolutely. Let me start you off with something lighter, and then we'll work our way all the way up to something a little bit bigger.
They do have a self-serving beer wall, but they also do bartending as well. That's what I guess Jim's doing.
Yeah. So this one here is easy peasy. So it's one of our lightest, easiest drinking beers. Low in alcohol, low in bitterness, and has a real easy drinking.
Yeah, I could drink a lot of those.
Yeah. Good beer for the summertime.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's good lawn beer.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's
so
really refreshing.
that's a good beer for people that aren't used to craft beer. So it kind of gets them into an all malt beer, and it kind of broadens their horizons a little bit. So the next one we'll do is something a little bit bigger. We will try a Belgian beer. So this is known as a Belgian Saison, or also sometimes referred to as a farmhouse ale. So still light in color, going to have a little bit more alcohol, and then it's going to have a unique character coming from that Belgian style of yeast. So it's going to be very spicy, a little bit of clove in it.
That's good too. I could drink a lot of those as well. I'm looking at the names of some of your beers that you have up here.
Yep.
The Lucky Leprechaun Stout. Let's see what the Cookie Puss. I'm pretty sure I know where you got that one from.
Yep.
How do you come up with names for your beers?
They just hit you. I spend a lot of time. I like naming beers, giving them fun names so people will remember them. Cookie Bus from our childhood with Carvel ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, let me get you a sample of that, and you'll be able to taste what that beer is all about.
I'm gonna try Cookie Puss. I don't think I've had this one before. I know you've had it on the menu, but I don't think I've ever tried it.
So it's a darker beer. But this beer has basically the flavors and aromas of an oatmeal cookie.
It does. It smells like it.
So it's got a lot of spicing in it, and a generous amount of oatmeal goes into the batch.
I'd almost say that's like a dessert.
Oh, it's a dessert beer. Absolutely. Yeah, it's
good.
meant for maybe to accompany a piece of pie or a cake or ice cream or something like that.
So, what are some of your more popular beers that you brew here and that people seem to really like?
Right now, I would say as far as the easy drinkers, Hunt Valley Blonde is our most popular. For those that like a little bit more flavor and complexity, and like in an IPA, Herding Cats, we're planning on canning that one. From there, we have a lot of ciders that are very popular. I have one here that has some cinnamon in it. Tastes like almost like apple pie. I'll give you a little sample of that one. Some people refer to this as apple pie in a glass. And all the ciders are gluten-free, as will be once we get our gluten-free beers up and running.
And this is a cider?
Yep, all apple cider with cinnamon added.
I can definitely smell the cinnamon.
Yep.
And it's not bad.
Yeah. So, it just gives our customers another avenue if they just don't want beer all the time. And it's a big seller. Our ciders are very big sellers here. We even do cold brew coffee here on nitro. So that's non-alcoholic, but it's on nitro, so it has a smooth, creamy finish to it. In fact, I'll show it to you now. So as you can see, when it's poured, it's got that cascading effect, sort of like a Guinness or a nitro beer. And that'll settle out. You can see it settling out as we're holding it there. And then it's got that real thin mousse-like head. Again, this is non-alcoholic. This
smells like coffee.
Yeah, this is we use 100% Zeke's coffee, so it's all locally roasted. No sugar. You can add sugar. You can add cream if you want. Most people don't. You can also add it to different beers to give it a coffee flavor. So if you have your favorite beer and you want to see what it tastes like with a little coffee in it, there you go.
I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but this is drinkable.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
Thanks for having me. It's been a great interview.
Absolutely.
I look forward to coming back here and drinking more beer and, of course, eating the food.
Sounds good. So, yeah, come on out and see us. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.